Hey, wow, thank you for being here. Life has this incredible way of surprising us when we least expect it. Sometimes it hits like a quiet moment on a long road, sometimes like a cosmic punch of destiny. And today, I want to talk about a surprise, one meant for someone truly special. My future wife. Yeah, you see, the future has this beautiful energy, almost like it's whispering, get ready, something amazing is coming. And I've been listening, I've been preparing, I've been building something that comes from the heart. So tonight, I'm here to share a message about love, destiny, and a big surprise that's finally ready. There's this moment in life when you stop for a second, breathe in, and feel something shifting in the air. Something gentle, something real, something that feels like it's been calling out to you quietly from the distance, asking you to pay attention, asking you to prepare, asking you to recognize that the future isn't just a place you walk toward, it's something you shape with your own hands, with your choices, with your heart. And tonight, everything I've built, everything I've prepared, everything I've carried in silence for so long is meant for one person, my future wife, the woman who may not be standing beside me yet, but whose presence already lives in my thoughts, my hopes, my plans, my growth. The woman who may not know what I'm building, but who will one day feel every part of it, because a big surprise is ready for her, crafted piece by piece through patience, through experience, through love that keeps growing even before it has a name. I've walked through so many different phases of life, some bright, some shadowed, all meaningful. And in all that wandering, somewhere inside, I realized I wasn't just living for myself. I was becoming someone for someone else. Not to impress her, not to convince her, but to make sure that when she arrives in a place built with respect, tenderness, and trust. A place where she can feel safe, understood, seen without needing to ask, loved without needing to earn it. That's the surprise I've been shaping, a life prepared to welcome her. A love that's steady, a future crafted carefully, intentionally, quietly, the way meaningful things are built. Sometimes people think surprises are loud, wrapped in bright colors and sudden reveals. But not this one. Not the one I'm preparing. Because the surprise for my future wife isn't an object, or a moment, or a spectacle. It's a transformation. It's a promise I've been keeping long before she arrives. It's the discipline of becoming the man she deserves. It's the healing I've done so she never has to carry my old wounds. It's the responsibilities I've stepped into so she'll know she can rely on me. It's the dreams I've grown that we will one day share. This surprise is living. It's breathing. It's becoming. It's evolving with me every day. When I imagine her, I don't see a perfect person. Perfection doesn't interest me. What I see is someone real, someone who has lived, someone who has laughed, cried, fallen, risen again, someone who has a past that shaped her and a future she's ready to step into, someone who might not realize how extraordinary she is, because extraordinary people rarely do, someone who carries kindness in her voice and strength buried quietly in her heart, someone whose presence feels like warmth after a cold day, someone who might not believe she deserves everything I'm building, but she does. And when she steps into my life, she'll feel the preparation in the way I speak, the way I listen, the way I hold space for her dreams, the way I honor her softness and her strength. I've learned that love isn't something you just stumble into. It's something you make room for. You clear space inside yourself. You let go of old hurts, release old versions of yourself, confront your fears, forgive things that once tightened your chest. You grow roots so love has something to hold on to. You become stable so love doesn't have to guess where it stands. For a long time, I didn't understand that. I thought love arrived first and growth came after. But life taught me something else. It taught me that you grow first so love knows where to land. And that's what I've been doing, quietly, patiently, fully. This is the surprise I'm preparing, a foundation strong enough for two. I imagine the moment she discovers what I've built. Maybe it won't be dramatic. Maybe it will be simple, soft, almost unnoticed at first. Maybe we'll be sitting together, sharing a moment that feels ordinary to everyone else but sacred to us. Maybe she'll look at me and see not who I am, because she'll already know that, but who I've become for us. Maybe she'll realize that every part of my journey, every struggle, every victory, every lesson, every scar has led to the creation of something meant for both of us. And maybe she'll understand that the real surprise isn't something I give her, it's something I grew into for her. I've met people who rush toward love like it's a race, they chase it like a finish line. But I want the kind of love that arrives slowly, intentionally, like sunrise. The kind of love that doesn't need to shout to be heard. The kind of love that feels like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. The kind of love that says, "You're safe here." My surprise for her is a life designed to feel exactly like that. A life where she can rest, dream, build, laugh freely, cry openly, trust completely. A life where she knows she's not walking alone. There were times I felt uncertain, times I wondered whether love like this exists, times I questioned whether I was doing too much, preparing too early, caring too deeply for someone who wasn't here yet. But every time I doubted it, there was something inside me, something quiet but persistent, that whispered, "Keep going." It felt like hope, not naive hope, but grounded hope. The kind that comes from knowing that some things in life are worth the wait, worth the preparation, worth the effort, and she is worth all of it. People talk about soulmates like they're magic or destiny or cosmic alignment. Maybe they are, but I think soulmates are also chosen. You choose them every day, through your actions, through your words, through the way you show up. The surprise I've been preparing for her is the version of me who chooses her with intention, the version of me who doesn't run when things get difficult, the version of me who listens even when it's uncomfortable, the version of me who stays steady even when life shakes, the version of me who holds her heart like something sacred, not fragile, but precious. Sometimes I imagine meeting her. Maybe she'll walk into my life in a way I never expected. Maybe she'll arrive like a gentle accident. Maybe she'll cross my path in a moment so ordinary it becomes extraordinary in hindsight. Maybe she's already close without either of us knowing. Maybe the universe is weaving invisible threads between us right now, pulling us quietly toward each other. And when that moment comes, when we finally meet, I'll look at her and know that every step of my journey was leading to that one moment. The surprise will begin revealing itself not because I announce it, but because she'll feel it in who I am. There's a kind of love that doesn't demand anything but gives everything. A kind of love that doesn't rush, doesn't push, doesn't pretend. A kind of love that feels like truth spoken softly. That's the love I'm preparing for her. A love built from honesty, compassion, our resilience. A love that understands that partnership is not ownership but collaboration. A love that respects her individuality while weaving our lives together. A love that sees her not as a completion of me, but as a companion walking beside me. I'm not looking to be someone's missing piece, and I'm not expecting her to fill my empty spaces. I'm building myself whole so two whole people can create something beautiful together. I've learned that the best surprises aren't the ones that catch you off guard, but the ones that feel like they've been growing quietly in the background, waiting for the right moment to unfold. My surprise for her is like that. Not sudden, not shocking, but deep, thoughtful, intentional. It's the life I've been creating, the man I've been shaping, the love I've been nurturing. And when she arrives, when she steps into this space I've been preparing, she'll feel it. She'll feel the intention behind every choice, the meaning behind every shift, the love behind every part of the journey. I want her to know that she doesn't have to be perfect to deserve this. She doesn't have to have everything figured out. She doesn't need to hide her fears or disguise her flaws. She doesn't need to pretend to be stronger than she feels. She doesn't need to walk into my life with walls built high. She can come exactly as she is, carrying everything she's carrying, and I'll make space for it. Because love isn't about fixing each other, it's about understanding each other. It's about holding space for the parts that don't shine yet. It's about seeing someone in their entirety and choosing them anyway. My future wife's big surprise is ready. It's been readying itself. Rough every moment of growth, every realization, every quiet night of reflection, every challenge that asks me to rise. It's not something I can wrap with paper or seal with ribbon. It's not something I can reveal in a single moment. It's something she'll experience in the way I look at her, speak to her, stand with her. It's something she'll feel in the steadiness of my presence, the warmth of my affection, the depth of my commitment. It's something that will unfold across days, weeks, months, years. The surprise is a life built for love, a heart prepared to love deeply, a future crafted with her in mind long before she enters it. And when she finally steps into the life I've been preparing, she'll understand. There's something profoundly beautiful about the things that grow quietly, things that don't demand attention, things that evolve without noise or celebration. They have a strength to them, a depth that loudness can never match. When I say the surprise is built from love, patience, and quiet preparation, I mean it in the purest sense, not as a slogan, not as a poetic idea, but as the truth of what I've been shaping inside myself for the woman who will one day share her life with me. This surprise isn't a moment, it's a journey. It isn't a quick gesture, it's a long creation. It isn't a single spark, it's a steady fire that has been burning within me for years, growing brighter with every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, every moment spent becoming the man who will stand beside. Love is misunderstood by many because they believe it only reveals itself in grand gestures, dramatic declarations, or fireworks that light up the night. But the love behind the surprise isn't that kind of love. It's the kind that sits quietly in the corners of your soul and slowly shapes your character. It's the kind of love that doesn't rush. It waits. It listens. It learns. It refines you from the inside out. It doesn't just make you want to be better, it compels you to become better because you know someone out there deserves the best version of you. Someone who may not even know you exist yet. Someone who may be living her life unaware that someone, somewhere, is building a future that will one day belong to both of you. Patience is the second element, and it's arguably the most challenging. Patience isn't passive. It isn't sitting in silence doing nothing. Patience is active. It's the steady belief that some things are worth building slowly. It's the understanding that good love isn't rushed because rushed things break. Patience is learning to walk through life without grasping at what isn't ready yet. It's trusting that the right person will arrive when the time is right. It's becoming someone capable of recognizing her when she does. It's resisting the temptation to settle for temporary comfort just because the wait feels long. Patience shapes the surprise in ways nothing else can. It adds depth to the love, it gives meaning to the preparation. Because when she finally steps into the life I've been building, she won't just see what I created, she'll feel the time behind it. Quiet preparation is the final ingredient. And maybe the most misunderstood. Preparation doesn't always look like planning. It doesn't always look like strategy or structure. Preparation, in the deepest sense, is becoming. It's waking up every day and choosing growth. It's looking inward and asking yourself who you need to be in order to love someone wholeheartedly. It's understanding your flaws instead of denying them. It's recognizing your shadows instead of hiding from them. It's healing what hurt you so you never bleed on someone who didn't cut you. It's building emotional strength so you can hold her through storms, not just sunshine. Quiet preparation is choosing kindness even when anger would be easier, choosing understanding even when pride is louder, choosing humility even when ego wants to take control. Every small act of growth is another brick in the foundation of the surprise. This surprise isn't a gift that can be wrapped, boxed, or handed over. It's a state of readiness, a transformation, a life structured around respect, loyalty, warmth, and partnership. It's the kind of surprise she won't see all at once. She'll discover it slowly, in the way I speak to her, the way I listen, the way I give space, the way I support her dreams without stepping on them, the way I lift her without losing myself, the way I understand her without needing her to explain the same thing twice. She'll notice it in the way I show up, not just on the good days when love is easy, but on the difficult ones, when patience and preparation truly reveal their worth. There's something sacred about building something in silence. When you create in silence, you create honestly. There's no pressure to impress, no audience to perform for, no applause to seek. The only motivation is love itself. And love built in quiet becomes sturdy. It doesn't crumble when life gets heavy. It doesn't evaporate when challenges arise. It stays, it holds, it grows. That's why the surprise I'm preparing for her is not loud or flashy, it's steady. Steadiness is underrated, yet it's the heart of everything meaningful. Steadiness is what makes a person trustworthy. It's what gives a relationship longevity. It's what makes love something you can lean on. And that steadiness is born from quiet preparation. Imagine building a home, not the walls, not the roof, but the foundation beneath it. A foundation isn't something you show off. People rarely point to the ground and rave about how impressive it is. But that foundation is everything. It determines how high the home can rise, how long it can stand, how much weight it can carry, how many storms it can withstand. The surprise I'm building for my future wife is that foundation. It's the emotional, spiritual, and personal groundwork that will hold everything we dream of building together. I know that when people talk about surprises for a partner, they usually mean something physical or immediate. A romantic gesture, a sudden reveal, something they can capture in a picture. But the surprise I'm preparing isn't for a photograph, it's for a lifetime. It's the knowledge that she will never walk into uncertainty with me, that she will never feel like she has to guess what place she holds in my life, that she will never question my loyalty, my intention, or my devotion. The surprise is that everything she was afraid to hope for in a partner is already being built quietly inside me. Part of love is understanding that people come with their own histories, their own fears, their own hesitations. My future wife may have loved before. She may have been hurt before. She may have lost trust before. She may have learned to guard her heart with walls she doesn't even realize she built. And when she meets me, she may test me without meaning to. She may doubt before she believes. That is why the preparation matters. So that when those moments come, when she wonders whether I'm different, whether I'm steady, whether I'm real, the answer won't come from words, but from how I show up consistently. The surprise is that I won't meet her with impatience, frustration, or defensiveness. I'll meet her with the love and patience I've been practicing long before she arrived. Love, patience, and quiet preparation aren't ideas I'm speaking about. They are building blocks. They shape the way I think. They shape the way I react. They shape the way I choose my words. They shape the way I carry myself. They shape the man I'm becoming. Every lesson I've learned, how to communicate without shouting, how to apologize without excuses, how to forgive without resentment, how to love without conditions, has been part of the preparation. Not because I expect perfection from her or from myself, but because I want to bring strength into our partnership instead of fragility. Sometimes I imagine her life right now. I imagine the things she's doing, the challenges she's facing, the dreams she's pursuing. She might be laughing somewhere, unaware that someone is thinking of her future happiness with sincerity. She might be going through something difficult, unaware that someone is preparing to hold her heart with gentleness. She might be praying for something real, unaware that something real is being shaped quietly, patiently, intentionally, ready to meet her when the time is right. The surprise is that her future is already being taken care of in ways she can't yet see. Quiet preparation also means preparing to be a partner in the fullest sense. It means learning how to communicate openly, how to respect boundaries, how to celebrate her independence as much as our togetherness. It means building financial stability so that our future isn't burdened by unnecessary stress. It means strengthening my mental and emotional resilience so that love with me feels like shelter, not chaos. It means understanding that relationships are not about possession, but about presence. It means realizing that loving her won't be a project, but a privilege. The surprise I'm building is a life rooted in emotional intimacy, in shared doctor, Eames, in mutual respect. It's a love that speaks softly but carries depth. It's a connection that doesn't rely on theatrics to feel meaningful. She will see it in small things, in the way I remember what matters to her, in the way I support her passions, in the way I listen not to respond but to understand, in the way I protect not by controlling but by standing beside her, in the way I comfort her in silence when words aren't needed, in the way I love her on the days she feels unlovable. The surprise is that she will feel cherished without needing to fight for it. I want her to know she doesn't have to earn love through perfection. She doesn't need to prove her worth. She doesn't need to hide her insecurities. She doesn't need to walk on eggshells. She doesn't need to diminish herself so that I can shine. She doesn't need to sacrifice her dreams to make space for mine. The preparation ensures that she will walk into a love where she is celebrated, not tolerated, valued, not pressured, respected, not taken for granted. The patience behind this surprise also means waiting for her with intention. It means not allowing temporary loneliness to push me into the wrong arms. It means protecting my heart so that I can offer it whole. It means trusting that the right person will feel like alignment, not confusion. It means choosing long-term joy over short-term comfort. Every day of waiting adds meaning to the moment she arrives because the wait itself is a part of the gift. Love, patience, and quiet preparation form a kind of harmony. Love gives purpose to the preparation. Patience gives strength to the love. Preparation gives direction to both. Together they create a surprise that isn't fleeting. It isn't about a moment that comes and goes. It's about a future that endures. It's about building something she can step into and immediately feel, this is safe. This is real. This is home. When she discovers what I've been building, she won't find a performance. She won't find someone pretending. She won't find someone trying to impress her. She'll find authenticity. She'll find consistency. She'll find depth. She'll find a man who didn't wait for her arrival to start becoming better. A man who prepared long before love crossed our paths. A man who chose her before he even knew her name, because he chose to become worthy of a love like hers. And when she arrives, when she steps into this life shaped by love, patience, and quiet preparation, she'll understand that the surprise has been waiting for her all along, unfolding quietly, growing stronger, becoming exactly what it needed to be, ready to meet her with open arms, steady heart, and a life prepared with unwavering devotion.